So
As the 6/6 lumber nut.
so we've come to the climactic climax. Oh, would you look at this? I get to bolster, because it's the beginning of the upkeep. Awesome. Okay, that's gonna help me somewhat. Draw that card. What the fuck is this, and why should I care? It's a lot of colors. That's a little too late for that. See, you've been able to develop your mana way more than I've been able to develop mine, and it's finally kicking in that you've been able to deplete your hand. So you have one card in your hand, and I have 5. I have 5 cards in my hand because I don't have the mana to actually cast them all. Let's see if I can swing my way out of this one. I don't think I can. I gotta look at my graveyard.
Make sure to equip the Loxodon Warhammer.
I gotta look at my graveyard real quick. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I know, right? The Loxodon Warhammer is the elephant, the elephant in the room right now, because I can actually get some life points back. But then, just as quickly as I get those life points, I'm gonna lose them. You have an untapped Saproling token and a Lumbernut, but I do have Trample. So my damage will go through. Just the question is, will I actually survive even if I do that? Because right now, you have 6, 15, 16. You have 22 damage on the table. And doing my math right now, I am not able to get that many life points back unless I produce a blocker for the Aranarlid. Because that would spare me down to 13. That might actually work. Except that you... Okay, so now I gotta roll the planar die because I gotta get rid of the gray area. I cannot let you bolster on your next turn.
It's just gonna bolster my token.
Well, yeah, but you could swing with the token. God damn it! Okay, I just got rid of the gray area.
Planeswalk.
Sweet.
Roll 103. Yeah, 103. 14.
Okay, card number 14. I like that it keeps hitting on numbers that are near the bottom or the top of the stack.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we don't have to guess like we're experts at the alphabet.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fields of Summer.
Okay, and let's see what I like that we get to explore a lot of different cards. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player may gain 2 life. Whenever chaos ensues, you may gain 10 life. Well, how about that? Because I could really use 10 life points right now, by gum. Fuck it. I'm gonna roll it again. I want chaos to ensue. Let chaos roll. Roll a 6-sided die. Damn it.
2, you miss.
I'm gonna roll it again. This is my last chance. Because I have to keep mana in order to tap the Loxodon Warhammer. Do I have it? Fuck. Nope. Okay. Tap 3. Equip the thing onto the doohickey. Arcbound Slith is now a 3/0 creature with 5+1/+1 counters on it.
So he's an 8/5.
Yes, sir. Okay. And then I'm going to swing into you with my 8/5 with trample and lifelink.
I'll block with my Lumbernut.
Okay, so that's going to kill my Arcbound Slith, but I still gain that many life points. And actually, I think that's going to stop me from dying unless something terrible happens on the next turn. Drop the hammer, son.
1, 2, 3.
And sadly,
it's 2. Yeah, it's 2.
Sadly, the Arcbound Slith has no creatures to which it can bequeath its +1/+1 counters, because I am out of creatures now. Your turn.
All right then. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna spend 3 in order to cast the Auramancer, so I gain 2 life.
Right, because you casted a spell.
Then I'm going to spend 2 to cast the Spirit Mantle on my Aranarlid.
Okay, so you get another 2 life. You get another 2 life points.
And my Aranarlid becomes an 11/11 with protection from creatures.
Nice.
Power and toughness.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, ain't that a bitch? Now none of my creatures will ever be eligible blockers. This deck is tripping itself up on its own feet.
Yeah, I'm going to swing with 17 damage.
Oh, would you look at that? Huh. Okay. Well, I guess I lose. Nice. Bye-bye. All right, so I guess I got fogged out during this game because that Aeon
Come on, dude,
fog,
that was hilarious. All right,
it was
very
funny for a little while, but then it started yielding devastating consequences on my development. Because as I recall, you were the first player that got to do shit after the fog was lifted.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed
fucking
it.
love Planechase. Even going through it just like this, we didn't actually see all of the stupidly powerful planes because I specifically took out what I believe is the most powerful plane with the Hedron fields. But Planechase, it is a really interesting and interactive experience the whole way through. You have to consider what plane you're on, what you want to do, the sequencing of your plays, figuring out if it's a good time to develop your board, or do you want to hold back stuff. It gets much more complicated the more players you have in it, and it is always a very enjoyable and a very interesting experience each time I go through Planechase. I fucking love this format.
Yeah, if only we could come up with a more, shall we say, sensible way of actually getting the planes out.
Yeah,
and keeping them organized.
Supposedly, Codyman knows a way for us to actually do multiplayer stuff, and if we can actually change our recording schedule around to actually show up on Wednesdays again, then I might actually be able to drag him into this with us, which would be fucking cool. And maybe he'll be able to actually teach us how the fuck to do the planes deck in Cockatrice. The one big thing that we didn't get to explore as part of Planechase was the phenomena, and that's because I was thinking we'll wait until we get to either the first 5, which we actually hit, but I skipped on it then, or the first 10 planes, and then I'll hit a phenomena because with 100 planes in, it's quite likely that you're likely to hit a phenomena by the first by the first 10 because there are 6 phenomena in the deck that we're running at the moment. 8. Yeah, there's 8 phenomena in the deck we're running at the moment. So, 10 would have made sense. The reason why I wanted to run this deck specifically is because of Kron. If I can actually show off what our decks are actually supposed to be doing. Your deck is very specifically affinity for artifacts, but you had a bitch of a time actually getting the mana that you needed for it. I was noticing that in the second game quite a bit, actually. Where are you? Where did him go? Krond. Hello. There you are. Krond. I fucking love this card. He takes forever to get out usually. Not this time because we got hit with Eon Fog, and Eon Fog meant that I had game 1 I got him out relatively quickly, but yeah. Oh, you've got Door to Nothingness as well.
Yeah, that's basically the point of the deck is you're trying to build to the Door to Nothingness win con.
I don't think I've actually seen your deck in the other Planechase sets, but then again, I recall that there was an Esper artifact deck in one of the other Planechase releases, but I fucking love Planechase. I really do. And the thing is, there's so many different mutations of Planechase that you can actually run. The standard one that we were trying to do here works for virtually any play group because Planechase is relatively easy to set up, assuming that you actually have the product itself. But there's a specific one that gets set up the same way that effectively Arch Enemy and Nemesis did with Garruk hunting down Liliana. That was actually a relatively fun time as well. But yeah, I really fucking enjoyed this format. This is honestly the most enjoyable Magic the Gathering format for me. You don't need this. The glorious thing about it is, assuming that you actually have the planar deck and die, you don't even need to use the decks that you bring in that are with the product itself. You can bring in your standard, modern, or vintage decks into this and have the planes drastically change how gameplay ends up going through. Like, you saw it in game 2, where we got stuck on Eon Fog for so fucking long, but I was able to capitalize on it by just gambling away at it.
Well, nice that they actually put in cards that have effects that refer to the planar die system.
Yeah.
I don't got any of those in my deck.
I don't think that that any specific cards. Wait, the Fractured Power Stone? Yeah, the Fractured Power Stone. Okay. But honestly, you don't need Fractured Power Stone for it. It just, helps. So, yeah, what did you think, Mr. Cloud?
It was. I mean, I'm glad I got the hang of it after only playing the format for an hour. And then also trying to play a game of Magic the Gathering at the same time with a deck I've never used before. I can see how the playing system can get splashed in pretty readily and add a little more nuance. Be kind of interesting to see how it would roll in Commander format. That would be ridiculous.
I'm hesitant to do it in Commander format, but I have been told that Commander Planechase is almost as ludicrously fun. But it does depend on your playgroup. Your playgroup has to be willing to deal with some of the silly or stupid shit that happens. And for the love of God, generate a ban list of planes for your playgroup, because you saw what happened in Game 1 with when I got Chaos on Musa. I just had a 4/4 right from the get-go, and it's very difficult for most of the Planechase decks to deal with that. They can, but they're not happy about it. For my play group specifically, I request Hedron Fields be banned permanently, because if you roll Chaos on Hedron Fields, you get a 10/10 with Annihilator 2.
Which is pretty devastating, yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's not a 10/10, it's a 7/7 with Annihilator 1. And it doesn't matter what the stats are, it has Annihilator 1 on it. You just swing with the damn thing and it's game. Jacqueline rolled that rolled Chaos twice in a row on us, and we just could not come back from that, especially because it was in the mid-game.
So the real roll of the dice.
Would you be willing to experience this again, specifically in a physical space? I honestly think that this generates a bit more entertainment in a physical space, much like D&D does.
Well, sure. It's because at least when you have a pile of cards to work with, a physical pile of cards to work with, you can put your hands on. It's definitely a lot easier to do in a tabletop setting than this.
Yeah. Alright, so this has been Cloud and Gerdat attempting to explore the Planechase format. Join us next time when it is Cloud's turn to pick out what we're doing next. He's probably going to pick out something significantly simpler.
Going back to expansion land, yeah. Well, we'll see. It's open-ended.
Alright, everybody. Be safe.
Bye-bye now.